This week on The Good Life, the kids take over and showcase how important it is for them to keep fit and flexible. Learn how India Shirley manages her healthy lifestyle routine to pursue her gymnastic goals.
Are you guys ready? Yeah! Hello, I'm India Shirley. I'm 12 years old and I love gymnastics.
From an early age, India has understood the importance of exercise and keeping fit to pursue her passion for gymnastics. She highlights how dedicated she is to her exercise routine to master this sport.
I've been doing gymnastics for 3 years, but before that I did synchro for almost 4 years, but I didn't like it as much. Synchro is a sport. It's like dancing in the water, and you have to be able to like hold your breath under the water for long periods of time and do little like different tricks. So synchro is kind of like gymnastics but in the water. So that made me want to grow towards gymnastics more. So I moved on to gymnastics and I've loved doing flips and going on the trampoline ever since. Every year for gymnastics we go to a competition that everyone gets to do, and it determines if you get to go to a higher level or not, if you have all the skills for that next level. Well, for the 3 years I've been doing it, I've gotten a lot of medals and trophies and ribbons. It's the national team, so you have to try out for the national team, and if you make it, you get to go to different competitions representing your team, Jamaica. So I've gone to like Barbados, Baltimore, and different places around the world. Well, healthy lifestyle means to me is like if you can eat properly and keep your body in a good shape, you'll be less prone to like injuries and like sicknesses. It's very important because if you don't have a good health lifestyle, you can get out of shape, and even it doesn't matter how like heavy or the weight you are, it just matters how if you can handle that weight that you put on. I train 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. Some days, like if I'm really like tired of stuff, I'll ask my mom and she said I can take a break from this time. And for summer, we do it 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. But in like the Christmas term, we normally do like 5 hours and like 6 days a week. Because December is closer to the competition like season, which is January throughout April, so we have to get more practice time in the days so we get like better scores at the competitions. It's very important for kids to exercise because it doesn't really matter what age you are, you can still put on weight, and it's better to have an active like lifestyle when you're young, so when you're older you have like a routine that you know you can follow. Training is very hard sometimes. Some days you go there and feel like you can do anything in the world and it's easy and stuff, but other days you start crying and everything's just like hard and the pain, but you just have to go through it and try to push yourself. I was naturally flexible, but I need to start like pushing myself a little more because I'm losing some of that flexibility, but I'm still very flexible. In terms of skills, I've mastered like most of my tramp thing because tramp is like my favorite like event kind of things, but it's not a full event. The events are bars, beam, floor, and vault, but tramp is like a side event that helps you with like floor. But I'm better at tramp, so I like to do tramp, and I have more of my skills on that event. I'm naturally not as strong as other kids, so I had to put in more effort to try to get like the same strength capacity. So my mother is very involved with my gymnastics diet, which I love, so she'll be there to support me when I'm doing competitions or when I'm feeling down about gymnastics or like I can't get a skill. She'll be there to like encourage me to, yes you can, don't give up. Well, right now I'm pretty knowledgeable about like my lifestyle and stuff because, well, I train a lot and I like see other people doing stuff and see how they like have, if they have injuries or what they do to prevent injuries or how they practice every day. You shouldn't slack off on any days. You should always do your conditioning and stretches, and most importantly, never like eat too much junk food because then that will like throw off all of the other things. For every day, you should like keep stretching because you don't want your body to like tighten up and then like in a specific skill like split jump, you won't be able to like fully extend your legs. So I noticed that a lot of kids these days are on their phones or iPad just watching YouTube or playing video games, but some of them, they could just go outside, run up and down, do jump rope, climb trees and all of that. I would encourage like kids just to do like simple splits or different like simple things that they could like understand what to do and just try to do every day, so they like later on in life they'll be like very flexible still. The positive results of me being an active like child, I don't get sick as much. I rarely ever get sick. I can do more things with my friends and I can go out studying.
On your marks. Get set. Go! Go, Go!
My family is very competitive. We like to like plank competitions or push-up competitions, and I also have a pull-up bar and a trampoline, so I like to do tricks on the trampoline or do like pull-ups or on the pull-up bar. Or my siblings and I would go outside and run up and down and play like hide and seek, but hide and seek tag, so you can run up and down and have fun. For those people who don't really have like things like trampolines or pull-up bars, you could use like a grill in your house and maybe like do pull-ups on that, or you go to like a door like frame and do like different like things. You can just be creative with your mind and try to figure out something to do.
Although India's very active lifestyle stems from her love for gymnastics, she underscores the other benefits of introducing the sport to kids, as well as her intentions for the sport.
Despite gymnastics being a minority sport, it can still carry us places, like for example, Tony Ann Williams. She's a great gymnast that has gone to the Olympics for Jamaica. I think they should like put gymnastics in more schools because it gives the children a sense of discipline as well as like flexibility and strength. Gymnastics doesn't really affect my like out of gym life because I have a good time management, so I can do other like hang out with friends or study while I'm still doing gym. For some people, gymnastics is like a hobby or an activity they do, but for me, gymnastics is my life and I love doing it. So I hope that I can go to college gymnastics or the Olympics one day.
When we return, we show you what India has in mind for her peers.
Guys, come on!
If you're just joining us, it's all about exercise and fitness for kids, by kids. Today's instructor is 12-year-old India Shirley.
Are you guys ready? Yeah! Catherine, are you ready?
Yes!
Kiana, are you ready?
Yes!
Okay, this is the warm-up before the workout. We're going to do 5 exercises. The first one is a jumping jack. You guys already know what it is, but let me show you. Okay, ready? 20 jumping jacks. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good job. Okay, that was really good, guys. We're going to go on to the second one. It's mountain climbers. So you're going to go into a hollow body position. Leave your legs open a little bit. and then you're gonna put your shoulders over your hands and you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Ready? Yeah! Ready? Go into the hollow body position. We're gonna do 10, guys. Ready? Remember, keep your shoulders over your arms. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Okay guys, we're gonna do a top jump burpee with 5 push-ups. Let me demonstrate. Okay, about 5 push-ups. Ready? And it's gonna be 2 sets. Okay guys, the 4th exercise is called Russian twist. So you're gonna go on the floor like this. You're gonna cross your knees and keep your knees together. You're gonna bring your hands on each side. Okay? Are you guys ready? Yeah! Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay guys, this is the 5th and final exercise. It's gonna be V-ups. Make sure when you're doing it, keep your head up and your core tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. Good job. That was round 1. We have 2 more rounds, so in all it's 3 rounds. We're gonna start with box jumps. Ready? Go. Lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 more, 7, 8, 9, finish. Okay guys, we're going to do tricep dips. It's a rep of 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job guys. Okay guys, we're going to do single leg squats. I'll show you how to. So you're going to extend one leg, sit, put both legs in, stand. It's 10 reps on each leg. Come on guys. Go. 1. Same leg guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and last one. Good job guys. Next leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 more, 4 more, 3, 2, and finally 1. Okay guys, we're going to do plank press ups. So you're going to start here. You're going to keep your hips square, open your legs a little, go down, and back up. 10, okay, ready guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Good job, guys. Next, we're going to do leg up and over. You're going to sit on the right side of your box. You're going to bring your arm back. You're going to bring your leg up and over, up and over. It's 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, guys.
Exercise is very important to me because without exercise, then I wouldn't be able to do all the skills that I'm able to do. Apart from exercise, to keep fit, I eat healthy and not sit around and do nothing. Always on my feet.
I think exercise is important because it makes you get fit. To be fit, I go to swimming and gym.
Exercise is so important to me because doing a sport like gymnastics, which is very hands-on and in all areas you could get injured very easily, you have to do stuff to prevent injuries and also to keep the muscles strong. Most people are self-conscious about their body, and when they go to a beach, they would wear a one-piece instead of a two-piece. If they exercise, they would be able to wear a two-piece because they wouldn't be self-conscious anymore. My mom always told me that you can eat all you want when you're a child, but when you grow older, like 20, you start to get the fat, and then you could get obese, and it would be too late to exercise, and you'd try everything and it might not work.
Don't go anywhere. The Good Life will be right back. Welcome back to The Good Life. You would have missed 12-year-old India Shirley instructing her peers on a proper workout. Now let's continue and catch up with her mom, who shares her thoughts on the role parents should play in their kids' health and fitness.
Legs in front. Lengthen. Taller backs. Hands up. And hinge at the hips.
Hi, I'm Shana McGraham Shirley. I'm one of the owners of Chai Studios, and today I'm known as India Shirley's mummy.
With open your legs, point the toes, elongate the backs, pancake stretch, all the way up. Fingertips, walk your hands in. You're going to go again. Back straight, don't look at me, look at India. Walk all the way up, pancake stretch, roll the thighs back, point your toes, harder. Bring it in.
India has always been an extremely active and competitive child. Don't ask me where they get this competitive thing from, right? In our household, everything is a competition. From the kids are 2 years old come right up. Back in the day, if you think about you and I when we were youngsters, we didn't have all these electronics. We didn't stay inside morning till night if it was a weekend. We were outside running up and down and ramping. You were climbing trees. You were papa licking on the ground. It was always something using your bodies. So you find that kids who came from a generation that were more active, they actually have a fitter and healthier lifestyle. They're not as susceptible to the diabetes, the stress-related heart issues. But for those who have become very sedentary in their lifestyle, which is now the trend and what we're seeing with our youngsters, anybody between the age bracket of 7 and 18, it's been a very sedative lifestyle. It's affecting them. We have a lot of obesity with our children. They're putting on weight. We have a lot of childhood diabetes creeping in. And I think we need to really break it. Go outside, run up and down, have challenges with each other. The one bag of bend down, stucky and bull in the pen we used to play, our kids don't even know about those games anymore. Start having those true interpersonal relationships, meet up with your friends and physically go do something. Go to the beach and actually swim. Go and run up and down outside. You can have fun physically doing things. I am a believer in kids live what they learn. You have to lead by example. My kids have seen me. Since I started having kids, I became more physically active. Everybody raises their kids differently. In my household, I have 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy. One activity is mandatory. It's not up for, they can't choose. Oh, mommy, I don't want to do this. For my girls, they have to be introduced to dance. I find in my household, I think dancing gives great posture, it gives women great discipline. You don't have to be a professional dancer, but it gives a certain sense of security and confidence within a woman. So my girls all have to do dancing up until a certain stage. Yes? Now for my boy, he has to do taekwondo, another discipline sport. Whether he wants to continue it past his college years, that's up to him. But in my household, taekwondo is mandatory for him. Now outside of dance being mandatory for my girls and taekwondo being mandatory for my one boy, they also had to do swimming up until a point of competence. Competence is not just saving themselves. They had to master all 4 strokes. That's competence in my household. Then after those, they can choose any activity they want to choose. So with Indel, she chose gymnastics. With my son, he chose tennis. The youngest one, she's 7. She's now just trying to find herself. So she does both tennis and swimming and dancing. With that, when my kids choose a sport, I believe that they have to follow through. So you can't pick up a sport and 2 weeks after doing it, you're like, Mommy, I don't like it anymore, can I stop? No, you've chosen this sport, you're going to finish it for the term. I paid my money. You best believe you're going to execute, because they have to learn continuity. They have to learn if they pick up something, they have to see it through to an end. So they can choose one term, Mommy, I'm ready to try something else. So they have options, and then they have the mandatory sport that's part of, to me, their development. Everybody chooses what they want for their kids. It could be chess, it could be badminton, tennis, soccer, football, but kids have to know that they have to commit to something.
Push that front foot forward more, guys. Drop your hips towards the ground. Now, hands towards the ground, you're going to slide into a front leg split. And slide. Flatten it, flatten it, flatten it. Back, your hand up, Good. Hold it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs in front together. Close them. Good. Shake out your legs.
Pertaining to gymnastics, it's still a minority sport. Very few schools overall are on board implementing it into their programs. But the president of our gymnastics association here, Nicole Grant, she's really pushing and getting it into some of the schools. So there are many of the primary schools right now that have started a gymnastics program. It's amazing to see what these kids are capable of doing with minimal to no equipment. When you see them doing flips and tumbles on concrete, it's admirable. Some of the schools, the primary schools and facilities, they'll even use a very thick broomstick and they support it by 2 ends and have the kids doing flips because they don't have bars. And when you see these kids up against kids who are at the gym facilities and they still compete in the same competitions, they do amazingly well, because when we talk about Jamaicans, we look about Watalawa, we just need an opportunity, any opportunity, and we can run with it. So with that being said, some of the schools need to just take more of a chance, implement, and unfortunately they can't do all events. They don't have the equipment to do the vault, tramp, beam, bars, but they can start with floor and do conditioning and flexibility. And that way it gives the kids an opportunity that maybe if they're sponsored, they can enroll in some of these gymnastics programs like at Nishida's Gymnastics or any of the other small groups that we have here. To be honest with you, everything in Jamaica right now is expensive. You know, it's unfortunate, but every establishment, they have their overheads, they have the light bill, they have their rent to pay. So unfortunately, half of these places can't have a very low reduced cost. They still have to be able to be operational. So it's a fine line and it's a balance. I know places let's say like Nishida's, there's another gymnastics school, Jamaica Gymnastics or Ishimoto's. Many of them, they do offer programs to sponsor children if they feel that kids do have the ability. Despite that aspect, there is no reason why kids cannot be active. Even as simple as go outside and play with your children. When I literally play with my kids, we're literally rolling on the grass outside. We're seeing who can do the longest plank, who can do how many push-ups, who can actually give mommy a piggyback ride. If them can't manage me, say two of them try lift me up. We just need to actually be more active and have fun. It does not have to be going to an established gym, going to a set-up facility that's teaching tennis and what have you. They sure you can fill up some empty water bottle and lift them up to build muscles. You don't have to put a dollar figure and buy big weights or fancy equipment. Learn how to use your body and get creative. There are absolutely no limitations to what you can do once you put your mind to it. Body weighted exercises, meaning using your own natural body weight, is just as effective and sometimes even more so than if you're going to be always picking up a weight. You need to learn how to handle your own body. A friend of mine, I won't scandal and call her name, she will say to me, Shandy, every time I go to the bathroom, I squat 30 times before I actually sit on the toilet. Now, how practical is that? We all use the bathroom.
Still wondering how to wheel kids in to be more active at home?
What do you mean how you wheel them in? Wheel them in if you're washing clothes? You ever lift up a basket of heavy wet clothes to hang out on the line? You ever think how pained up you are after actually taking out all those wet clothes, wring it out with your hand and put it on the line? Give the kids more chores, it gives them responsibility, and believe me, that's a lot of exercise. Have them go and sweep up and rake up the yard. That's exercise right there. The constant picking down to pick up all leaves and put them in a plastic bag. That's exercise right there. Get creative. You get your house clean, you don't have to pay a helper, and the kids get exercise and a sense of responsibility.
Keep your legs together. Everybody up. Press, press, press. Straighten those legs. Wake up yourself. High five, everybody. Dance for yay. We're done. We're done. We're done. Don't look so half dead. Or come on the road like that. Everybody get fixed.
And that's it for The Good Life this week, highlighting exercise for kids by kids. Keep fit, guys, and thanks for watching.